found something. Buenos Aires International Airport this morning. Now watch this.
Heralds.
Trail ends at the airport, but turns out that a top Providence operative owns a vineyard in the area. Don Yates, of infamous New York law firm Morgan, Yates & Cohn. And get this, is hosting his retirement party today.
She's infiltrated them. She's sending a message. She needs my help.
Could have fooled me.
You don't know her.
Anyway, if you're going after her, you'll need to deal with the Herald. Her name's Tamara Vidal, former CIA asset and political firebrand. She's a master of surveillance and the Constant's most trusted aide. She'll have eyes everywhere. You won't get far as long as she's in the game.
Why are you telling me this? I thought you were out.
Yeah. Old habits, I guess. Anyway, I need to go. See you around, 47.
No, you won't.
Yes, hello and welcome to the Providence Cup. Today we have a very decisive game in Group C today between Stuffers Turn Builders and Init, Bruv. I should probably hide the player 2 streams. That would have been probably available to do beforehand. We will be Mendoza as our first up between Papia and Crudy here. And Mendoza, I've had my opinions on it and I won't go any further than that. I do have strong feelings about this map. But it's my third time casting Mendoza, and I have learned something about the map in every map beforehand. So hopefully, the street contention and Pappy and Crudy, just give me a bit of information, show us a bit of information that I actually surprised about because I don't know about it. But yeah, hopefully we do have that. And again, I will hope for a little interesting spin. Sorry, that will never happen. But hopefully we do have an interesting spin, just so we can see different strats and things that, like, potentially things we don't see often, and we need more than 300. May the game it'd be Hitman 5 by the time I might be able to enjoy Mendoza. But yeah, it's slowly growing on me. I still think it is dog shit, but like it is actually getting to the point where I can bear watching it, and I don't go, oh, it's Mendoza. Oh no, I can't. I'm not going to enjoy this, but it has thankfully started to get a little bit better, especially what we've seen from Chrome actually running straight through the first point as the bodyguard to the car exit. Meme Junkie yesterday doing going all the way around the map because of the lawyer and all the different things that I've been will come through now. It will be a Don Yates, a loud assault rifle as the Providence Herald, and Grave Knife Sommelier for the Tamara. So. Not bad kills to the targets. Of course, bathroom is soundproof for Don Yates, and then the Grave Knife. It's just a long walk. The disguises will be interesting to see how the players approach it. The Providence Herald, of course, has its unique grab, but an Emetic will probably be the safer option here. The Sommelier, of course, you have a different approach to it. You can turn off the air conditioning unit and all that, and it's not. No, it's not interesting. But we do see Papia starting the wine worker here. Not something we see often, of course. Waver is heavily favoured, and an early rip does come through as Crudy will start in this Wader and get the early isolations onto Tamara and Don. He will use the bubble gun for Tamara here. So yeah, I do like seeing the different approaches straight away though. I am a fan of that. But Papia, I think he's going for the grape knife first, it seems, and we'll just opt to go for that first. Of course, might have to be careful with triggering the chief winemaker's conversation. Of course, that will make Tamara come down into the winery area for some reason. I don't know Mendoza mission stories and that, so I haven't really got a clue. But he does manage to get through here, and probably will aim towards get the sommelier. Of course, it's just up here where he is, and okay, of course you have different approaches. You can go through the what are they, little tunnels underneath and through and around that way. Of course, and we will see Papia a bit of bad time with the scout showing force will be able to just jump over the box and move around here. Crudy, however, now with Tamara isolated, we'll move on to Don. He will knock out Valentina, and we'll have Don isolated in a short period of time. He might have to be a bit careful with the sommeliers, the mercenaries. If it does get a subdue off, it will be heard. No, it won't, and Crudy does get away with that nicely there, and yeah, both targets down for Crudy. Papia doesn't, but does have the grape knife, which you could say is one of the harder things this been, having to go all the way down there for it, but doesn't matter as he will now approach the villa basement here, and we'll knock out this Wayward Dragon just behind the shelving. What are they? Crates, whatever they are. uh, Here, and yeah, we'll move his way into the basement now. Of course, Don will now start moving upwards. So real nice from Papia there, as he will go past his mercenary now and just head up towards Don and get a nice isolation off onto him. Here we'll have to go around the outside, but doesn't really matter that much, as Cree will now get a course of dew off onto the mercenary, and we'll drag him around the corner here and take his clothes. So yeah, Cree both isolated, and a nice mercenary disguise to possibly make the Providence Herald grab a little bit easier for himself. Of course, we'll be able to just place the domestic device a little bit easier here, as Cream now will come out of the villa and head towards Herald. It seems, considering he does have that gas device in his hand, but Pappy now does have that isolation off onto Don. Wasn't heard by anyone. I don't think his screams weren't heard, as he will now just drag Valentina and himself out the way. And yeah, good progress for Papia here. He probably will move on to Tamara next, and we'll grab a mercenary, like I said with Crudy, but Crudy will. Where's he gonna go next? Is he go up for it? Is he go up for the Herald next? It did seem like he was going to go for the Great Knife there, but no, we'll go towards a Providence Herald, it seems, and try and get that disguise next. And yeah, really good start for Crudy here. Says he will now place the gas device, and we'll have the Providence Herald on his way soon. Of course, going towards the bathroom. Just to get both six, I might have to be a little bit careful in that regard, but we'll only have to wait a couple extra seconds for one to firmly go to the toilet before knocking one out. So yeah, Crudy just waiting along here for a for the heralds to come. Of course, Papia seems to be doing the same here, and we'll go towards the control unit here. And what's he gonna do? He's gonna change the temperature, and that will make the sommelier come down. Come up and through the stairs here. So real nice for Papia, as he will grab a key card as well. The temperature makes him go the. I can't remember what way he goes with this. Yeah, I think Papi has got it right here with where he goes to the temperature, and Smelier will be coming up the stairs here through the wine barrel now. You can knock him out on the stairs, and I think we will see that from Papi. No, he will just wait for Smelier to come round and buy the box here, and that's really nice for Papi here. Crudy, however, does have the Providence Herald, and is umming and ahhing where to go. He's going back and forth here, and would make sense to go grab just do the Don kill next. It would seem you do have the disguise. I'm sure his loud assault rifle will be stashed up in the attic for him to use. And Papia does get the knockout on the Providence Herald, into the Smear either, but won't opt to change it into the disguise yet. As Kree now will go through the villa basement, it seems, and we'll go upwards towards it now. Papia, similar pathing. We'll go back to the sommelier, and seems like he will now change into it and go towards the Tamara kill here. Of course, starting the winery worker. Tamara will be around the wine fields, but the grape fields even. But yeah, it shouldn't be that bad for him. He does have the grape knife and the sommelier disguise. We'll just have to try and get Tamara into a sensible position, and it probably will just be an emetic off onto us, get her towards staff bathrooms here. She is in a nice position to do so here. Kree now and the Villa Guards will climb up the pipe, and we will have this Don kill done shortly. Of course, just have to drag him into the bathroom, and if both mercenaries are knocked out in the house, then that will be a nice soundproof kill here, and no one will hear it. I assume both are knocked out, as Papia does have a restart coming through here. Quite missed that. But he did have a toolbox, which might have been half a reason here, as Kree now will climb up into the attic. Or no, he will go up, but he will back. No, he will come back up into the attic here where his stash is, and it would be a AR. Yeah, it will be the AR. The Sega AR, whatever it's called, and he will have this kill on Stun. Doesn't have to knock out the other mercenaries. He does take the shot from the attic itself. One kill down for Kree now, and just needs that sommelier disguise and the grape knife for that tomorrow kill. That Papia rip, he's definitely in a very nice situation for himself here. He can take his time for sure. as you will opt to box his mercenary. Probably going to go for another corner subdue here. Of course, you can just run down the stairs and knock him out, but for safety here, I'm assuming we'll just see the exact same. No, we'll run that anyways and get the knockout on the stairs. And yeah, Cree now, real nice progress coming through here. Of course, with Papio's restart, has a real nice lead coming on here, and I'm sure, of course, Init Bruv do need all 8 points to qualify for the group stages, so I'm sure they'll be trying to hope they can pull off this miraculous win against Stuffers Turn Builders here. But Stuffers Turn Builders, they need a 6-2 win, I think, at least, or at least to secure top spot. I'm pretty sure. Even Fun can probably correct me here. He knows the ins and outs of it, as we will see a restart come through for Papia here. So yeah, Cree building up a nice lead. What's that? A 7-minute in-game time lead. The in-game time difference on Papia here. As he will opt to go with the Sommelier Disguise next. Of course, the Grape Knife will be a bit of a trek down, but it's not that bad, sure. But it's all good here. As he will approach the control panel and will, likewise with Papia, will turn off the temperature controls here, and we'll get Sommelier in a similar fashion here. And yeah, unfortunately for me, I haven't learned anything new about Mendoza yet. So, in my books, this is disappointing. But yeah, I'm sure Cree will just be looking to play as safe as he can, of course. He's so close to finishing, really, that he wants to take all his time, and the Sommelier will go around the way I don't think he was expecting him to go around. But nevertheless, we'll be able to just knock him out here and leave him on these stairs. Will he? Yeah, he will just knock him out on the stairs here and leave him there. Of course, you can. He's sensible enough to do so, as he will come out the wine barrel now and head towards the grape fields. And yeah, we'll just have to grab that grape knife and go all the way back up to Tamara, then locate an exit, whatever one he goes for. Of course, we did see, likewise, with Chrome, if he has the car keys already, he can just run through the frisk point and, not the frisk point, but the 2 mercenaries are standing. It's not really a frisk point if you're not allowed up there, but you can just run straight through, reach the car exit before you get spotted trespassing or whatever. So it's a nice addition to that, and Cree just seeing if he is allowed in the grape fields here, as he is, and he is even, as he will now approach the grape knife, and yeah, real good from Crudy here. Has the Great Knife, has the Sommelier Disguise, has someone isolated, and of course just has to locate his way up to her now, and really good from Crudy here. Papia, unfortunately, with a few rips. We'll be going for this Providence Herald, it seems. We'll try and get a throw or a chain lure even round for a Noemetic grab onto it. And it's really nice from Papia, this grab. I really do like this Providence Herald. We see Chrome use a phone for it sometimes, but just having this ability just to do it and leave him there is really good, and it's really good to see from Papia, as he does have the Providence Herald, as he will make his way up to Don as well now, so it's really good to see from Papia here. But Cree now will be coming up the stairs to the Asado area, with Tamara knocked out in the flower beds here. Will be the kill off and the final kill for Crudy. We'll just have to now find an exit, as all kills are dead. 12-second timer will come away here, as the exits will open shortly. And he will go back down the stairs here. Will he go for... It seems like he might go for Tango here. Which is definitely the closest exit, but he might just opt to go for the grape field or the winery exit. And yeah, we'll go downstairs here. So won't opt to go for the car exit here. We'll go, or the Tango exit even. We'll just opt to go right down the stairs and back into the grape fields for the exit in the winery fields here. Thankfully for him, Papia's nowhere near finishing, so you can take this extra time for the safer exit. Of course, knows that this isn't trespassing from getting the grape knife, and really good from Crudy here, as he will exit with 10 minutes in-game time. I'm sure he won't care. A map win is a map win, and will put lots of pressure on Stuffers Turn Builders if they do want that top seed finish here, as Init Bruv will take the first 2 points of the series and start their conquest on trying to grab all 8 points and qualify for the KO stages here. I'm sure that's a much needed start here, and of course Moo and Amanda will be playing our next map, which will be Chongqing, so we'll take a short break and we'll see Chongqing and a potential decider for how this group stage really will turn up. This is a really important map in the grand scheme of things here, and we'll go to the mission briefing now, take a quick break.
Look closer.
I'm telling you, the file is trash. The Constant doesn't so much burn his bridges as blow them up. Arthur Edwards, whoever he was, don't exist anymore. His personal data somehow deletes itself from any system that records him. Way beyond advanced. The partners spared no expense to make sure their controller would be untraceable.
How untraceable?
Look, I did what you asked, but Gray's gone and I'm no Diana. I'm not who you need right now. You gotta be kidding me.
ICA?
I used every encryption known to man. Who are these guys?
The best. It's only a matter of time before they get lucky. We need to take them down.
You and which army?
I know where the agency stores its files, mission reports, client data. If we leak it to the public...
You want to whistleblow the ICA?
It's the path of least resistance. Turns out, you are who I need right now, Olivia.
I do this, and I'm out. So, what are we breaking into?
Data facility in Chongqing, China. Run by a man called Hush.
Of course. The ICA site in Chongqing houses the agency's data storage and analyst division. Needless to say, security is daunting. The state-of-the-art server vault is biometrically wired to the facility's two overseers: Imogen Royce, behavioral analysis pioneer, and Hush, a data security guru with a taste for fringe transhuman experimentation.
Tell me about Hush.
A former cyber terrorist for the Ministry of State Security in Kadanyang, who fled his country after one of the Po regime's periodic purges. He made a career doing cybersecurity for dark web deplorables, human traffickers, organ harvesters, scum like him, with no code or conscience. ICA sure can pick 'em. No offense.
Can you disable security?
A dual authentication protocol ensures that any handling of data must be directly authorized by Hush and Royce. The proverbial human factor device to make the system impenetrable. Luckily, I found a loophole. If both overseers should unexpectedly die within a short space of time, the system reverts to a temporary fail-safe protocol, which I can bypass. Take them off the board, and you'll have free access to the data core. And I'll handle the rest.
And you're sure it'll work?
Look, I know Hush. If I'm wrong, we won't live long enough to regret it.
All right. I will leave you to prepare.
So yeah, welcome back. Of course, our next map will be Chongqing, as we all let back in Mu and Mando, who will be the two players battling that out now. And yeah, it's gonna be an interesting map. I'm sure. I know Mu is very good at Chongqing and knows like the timings for that quick imaging isolation after directly shooting the drones, and that's gonna be really interesting to see if that does come through. Mando as well, but we saw Papia and Crudy. All it takes is one real rip, and I'm sure Mando will know that Chongqing. It's a map you can lose in it, Mando. So, yeah, it's really going to be interesting here. And there's lots of variation with Chongqing, and I really do enjoy Chongqing. It could be a really linear map. The guys aren't that special, but there's just something about Chongqing that I like. And it's definitely an enjoyable map for a lot of people. And, yeah, Mu, I'm sure will be looking to try and take the points. Of course, they need this 6-2 win here. They need to go flawless from here on out if they want to grab that top spot in it, bruv. Likewise, need to win the next 6 maps if they want to have hopes of qualifying. So this is a really pivotal map in the grand scheme of things here. The spin will come through and it will be Hush as using the Garden Fork as the homeless person, the fiber wire facility engineer for Royce, and that's a really nice spin there. You would assume you would see a balcony start here for a quick grab onto the Garden Fork. You would argue here. But Mando as well, it'll be interesting to see what both players do here. It's just an inconvenient spin, really, in terms of the kill conditions and the target here. But move straight in. We'll go with a block guard start here, probably for a quick homeless person grab and a quick Garden Fork. I know Mu has a really nice grab onto the homeless person here, and I enjoy seeing it every single time. Just one shot in the corner here, and the homeless person comes outside. It's such a nice lure onto the homeless person, and really quick and efficient as well, and you can get straight back up to Hush straight away. And Mando, however, will opt for the balcony start here, bringing in the fiber wire. Of course, there is a fiber wire on the map, I think. But yeah, we will see Moo now get a really quick homeless person grab next, and probably will isolate Hush. That's what you really want. That's what you want. But Mando will now be having the garden fork from the balcony start, and will go up his way, make his way up to the block now, and yeah, really good from Moo here. Really good start. Of course, we'll have to take a slight diversion afterwards for the Garner Fork, but nevertheless, I'm sure he'll enjoy just having Hush isolated. And look at this. It's so perfect as all the guards just move out of your way for this, as he will take out the camera box as well. So yeah, really good start from Moo here. Likewise with Mando. I really do enjoy the difference in strats, and we've seen it on both maps here. As Mando, I think, was looking to do a similar grab onto the homeless person, but will opt to get Hush first now. And we'll see where the difference really comes in. Is it better to get the Garner Fork first, or getting Hush first? As Mando will have a slight bit of wait as Hush will enter his therapy room here. Might cause a bit of issues. Of course, you can knock out the researcher in the block garden here just in time, but can be a little bit risky. And yeah, Mando is gonna opt to Mando's gonna opt to knock out Mogwai first, then do a subdue onto the subdue onto Hush there. And unfortunately, the researcher turned around just in time there. Really unfortunately for Mando there, it does result in a restart, and a bit behind here. Moo now in the block guard skies, which he would have taken from isolating Hush, leaving his homeless person skies up there. Will now be grabbing the garden fork, and my OBS has crashed again for the through. This is welcome back here. Sorry for the slight problems caused by OBS deciding not to work at all. It's great. It's seriously a great software, this is, and I enjoy using it all the time. But Moo does have that Hush kill down, which we did see him work pros on moving towards the garden fork, and Mando stream stopping did worry me again, but fortunately Moo's still going on, so it has indicated that he hasn't crashed, but Mando might have had a crash on his own end, which we won't watch. We will give him a quick refresh just in case, but Moo just have to physically engineer now and just has to work on this imaging kill here. Where will she be? It could have been sensible to do the drone and get Seeker off, and he has done the drone and will go the top of these stairs here, so real nice from Moo here. Might have to be a bit careful in terms of a GRB. She will be on some stairs and it will be a bit difficult to manage, so we'll have to take his time here, and will be a little bit hard to manage this kill for sure here. And this is where you could have argued the 5 drone would have been better to try and get her on flatter land. But he has taken care of her guard, so we'll have a nicer kill off. Does get just close enough to her to get the kill off, as maybe we get that final kill down now, and travelling towards the exit here. Really, really good stuff from Moo here, as he will be exiting Chongqing and taking a really pivotal map in the series here for both hopes of their qualification. Now, of course, Init Bruv won't be able to qualify for the knockout stages, and it is Stuffers 10 Builders' turn to try and go on a purge to take that top spot off of the Formulads here, and yeah, really good performance from Moo there on Chongqing. I mean, we did miss some, sadly. I will take responsibility and blame for that. But yeah, it's for sure. It's not a performance from Moo. We expected that from him on Chongqing. He is really good on it, like a lot of the other maps, and yeah. 1 out of 3 now for Stuffers 10 Builders. Just need them 2 more map wins. Of course, our next map will be Dartmoor. What can I say? It's a really good map in it, Dartmoor. And we will take a quick break, which will probably be longer than the spin itself. But oh well, that's just what Dartmoor is.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, It was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture. So don't leave the...
Piss off. The reconnection has been successful. As I'm now back, it's just going from bad to worse, isn't it? It's you can't write this shit up. You really can't. And I was just going on about how I love Dartmoor, and then my Wi-Fi says, "No, what? You can't spread the agenda that Dartmoor's a good map." That's what it is. I talk good shit about the map that everyone hates and it decides it. I can't. No. I'm not even touching things, yeah, and it's crashing. So don't even blame me here. But we see from Moo here. Look at this. This strat that Moo has found that I really want to demonstrate in a match. He will hopefully be able to demonstrate. So I have got my fingers crossed for a suit gardener, mansion guard, photographer, and take a spin here, just so we can see this real good strat from Moo. It's just so effective and such a good quick. Look at that. A suit spin for Alexa in 1 minute 30, and that can be done with Gardener. Like a shotgun Gardener can be done in 1:30. That's crazy, man. And you know, unless I won't show bias, I would want to see that just so we could see this strat in full demonstration, just how good it can be in a game. And you know, it will just demonstrate Dartmoor has been. It's just evolved massively since the emetic gas grenade. The item itself is just so good and heavily underused, I think, on the maps here, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see if we do have the right spin for it, if Moo can use it, and hopefully if we see Moo do it, Pappy will probably come through with it as well. I'm sure Moo will share it with Pappy as well for him to learn and use this, because, you know, if you know and your opponent's done, like the standard fast forward suit is like 145, but this is just a really good strat here. It will be Screwdriver Photographer, so we will see Moo strat coming through in full action here. I will estimate a 130 in-game time for this. Moo will just load straight in. He doesn't have to change anything with his plan. He can just load straight in. Doesn't need a stash at all, but will opt for one. Anyways, we'll opt for some coins here. Of course, he will need one because he does need a double trank onto the photographer and the maid there. Pappy loading in at the same time as well here. And I'm really looking forward to this by Moo. We'll just have to run through this area here and get a bump off onto the guard. Really nice tech. This is just bumping someone and making them turn around to get past them. Really good move. We just have to trank the maid here and the photographer. Of course, the screwdriver is right there, but he does breeze past it. There's a screwdriver right behind him, but that would add a bit more time onto it, you could say. Pappy will go with a slubber lure here and turn the radio, but Moo now making really good progress here. We'll get Trank off on the ferns being run through this area. Real nice time for sure from Moo here, and of course there is a screwdriver in the room to his left here, but he won't opt to go for it, and oh yeah, he will opt to go for this screwdriver. Fortunately, he didn't go for the other one. Might be a bit of a squeeze the Alexa time in here, but we'll be able to get it off, I think. A bit close for his liking as we found trespassing that screwdriver and a bit more time onto him here. But Alexa did find him trespassing, so he has managed to save himself there. Really nicely done from Moo here. Emma, however, Rebecca even, being a bit of a nuisance for Moo here, he is able to trank her around the corner there. So real good from Moo there. Knowing not to restart is really impressive from Moo. Pappy now will try and get an emetic gas grenade off onto her. Unfortunately, she's not in a good position yet, but will be in one soon. He will be able to just throw it in the corner here and just wait for everyone to turn around, and he will be able to do it nice and safely here. Moo now looking on to Alexa. Green guns here coming out of the exit. Has the Hearst kills already, and Moo with an in-game time of 1 minute 27. That's such an impressive run. That is actually so impressive from Moo there. Will be the first finish in comfortable fashion as well now. As Papia will grab an extra trank now for Rebecca, I think. Who would have gone into the main room now. So might have some issues. Probably have to grab Alexa's bodyguard disguise next, as he's in a bit of a sticky situation. The maid as well. But will just come around here, wait for the guard to come past. Of course, can't just get a gun flash off, is what we commonly see more often. But we'll just get the trank off now, and doesn't have the screwdriver either. So we'll need to do that. And yeah, it's such a good strat. And the fact that that can be done with any of the suits, any of the disguises around there, is just such an impressive way. We do see Mando now and Creed go the long way around in terms of isolating Alexa upstairs, but Papia has a screwdriver we'll have to kill off onto Alexa now. We'll just need the final token, of course. I think it will be Rebecca's, as he has not realised that he doesn't have the case file. Um, Probably now does realise and will turn back on himself. I don't know if it is Fernsby or Rebecca, and Crudy with lots of Washington will be found trespassing eventually by the management staff there, and Papier will now grab the bodyguard disguise, and was I think he needs Fernsby will be the one that he will opt to get a trank off onto now, and that will be the case here as he will have one. No, he has neither of the tokens, so yeah, he just needs one more token, which will be Rebecca's now before trying to find an exit, and be interesting to see what he does for it. It will climb out the window here. Still needs the other token, which I think he now realizes, but it's going to be a bit harder as he has no sedative, but you can do it safely nevertheless here. And you see Moo with such a quick exit, it could be a bit worrying. As Rebecca, where will she be? She will be in here, so it's going to be a bit of an issue for him here with no tranks trying to get this token. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. It might go for a chainlet to go outside here. Of course, there will be eyes outside, but you know, gets her in the right area will be fine. But the photographer might be coming back soon after grabbing his clothes, so he will have to be careful of that. As the photographer will come out now, so a little bit of nice timing for Papier here. Yeah, Rebecca will be outside for Papier now. We'll get another, or we'll try and get another distraction off here. Of course, we'll have to watch for the maid as well that is inside. That will have her cycles, and Papier's not aware of her. It will be a restart coming through, and that one person I said, and yeah, a restart from Papier here. Mando now with a screwdriver. We come back up to the Alexa's office here. So has what he needs. He has already gained the case file. We'll now swap into the photographer disguise, and we'll grab that kill off onto Alexa. So we'll be the first from the Init Bruv to finish their Papier with such an unfortunate rip coming through there. Had no real way to get Rebecca, and that's what led to his demise there. But Crudy has the snail, and he's trying to really work his way around here. Would have missed Alexa's time in the office, and we'll have to try and get her in this area here now, and will be a bit of a problem. It is doable, of course, but might be on the harder end of things here, as he will now get a subdue off onto the mate, or no, won't get the subdue off, and is he going to go opt for a trank? Does have his options here, but of course there will be other eyes around as well, which can make this a bit more challenging. And of course, does have a snare and a trank here, so it's definitely manageable. But up here, if he does do Moose Strat here, which unfortunately he hasn't opted for, you know, you would actually say he's probably in the lead, but Green now will get a trank off onto the bodyguard. We'll put out his Taunton, get the trank off onto the maid as well. Tie a lot down for Alexa, but should be fine. The screams might be heard from the people outside, but he will get the kill off onto Alexa now. Will he? No, he won't. Where's she gone? She has gone round here. She will run to her panic room here. Doesn't really want this at all. She's being heard by absolutely everyone, as the guard will now be alerted of her presence here, and there will be combat for Cree there, and a restart coming through from Cree there. Papier definitely with the noticeable lead here, as he will come through now. Lex will be going to the good bathroom by the hearse exit, and hopefully he saved enough tranks for Rebecca and Fernsby, which of course, I said it again, will lead to his demise last time. Crudy now will get the trank off onto both the maid here and the photographer, and nicely done for sure. But Papier will where's he going to go next? Of course, I don't know if he has the screwdriver next or not. We have mainly been focused on the Crudy now, but it is Papier's turn since he is in the lead. Rebecca will be coming back into the room here, and he will get a trank off. A safe way to grab the token from her this time, and does pick up the key, I think. Oh no, it does pick up the token even. Alexa does go to the worst bathroom you could say, but there is a screwdriver right here, so it ain't the end of the world, as the bodyguard will be hard to take out, but we'll be able to just gun flash him, which he does do here, and we'll turn around and get a trank off. And yeah, Papier now will be able to get this Alexa kill. Does miss the first trank, I think, or doesn't even shoot it at all, but does get that trank off. Swapped into the bodyguard disguise here, and we'll just be able to run to the. Oh, he will go to the bridge exit here. Nicely done, as Fernsby will pass a little bit of whoosh, but still has green guns, and that's all that matters. As Papier will be run towards the exit here, and it will be Stuffer's turn. Builders taking that 4-2 lead, and will only need that one more map win to secure their top spot from Group C here, and really nicely done. We saw Moo with such an impressive strat on Dartmoor there. then I hope we'll see more of that. And I like Dartmoor for that. You know, it weren't that bad, was it, that Dartmoor? We can just stop hating it ever so slightly now, I think, because yeah, Papia finally does get the exit, and Stuff's Turn Builders now with one more map win, and they'll be through. I'm sure Init Bruv will try and disrupt themselves, as of course Wilder Creek will be our final map, so we'll head to a quick break before seeing the decider of the entirety of Group C, you can say.
Gentlemen, let's go over the plan. The first constant is none other than Janus, the legendary Cold War spy master, a KGB senior officer and head of the 6th Column Special Branch at Lubyanka. Janus is a certified genius and expert of counterintelligence. He retired from the KGB in 1988 when he fell out of favor with the Kremlin and defected to the US. Shortly after, the Soviet Union collapsed. Now, it is unclear when Janus stepped down as the constant, but since 2004, he has been a resident of a quiet community in suburban Vermont. Mr. Gray.
Right. So here's the catch. As an elite KGB agent, Janus was trained to withstand interrogation and torture. No amount of pressure will force him to disclose information he doesn't want to. Instead, we will need to search his home for clues. But if Providence learns of our presence, the game is up.
So we frame Janus, make Providence think he was the real Shattered plant.
Correct. I will file a false ICA report claiming to have traced a number of calls from Janus's house to the Institute in Romania. The case will seem clear. Mr. Gray was only a figurehead. Janus was pulling the strings all along. And by eliminating him, we will have neutralized the militia once and for all.
However, for this subterfuge to work, you'll also need to deal with Janus's security detail. A Providence herald and former Secret Service agent by the name of Nolan Cassidy. Intel describes him as diligent and inquisitive, and we cannot risk that he contradicts our story to his employer.
Seems workable.
I certainly hope so. Everything depends on this next move, 47. You made this our fight. Now let's even the playing field.
Yeah, welcome back here. Wilton Creek will be our final map coming through here. And the final map of the group stages, I'm really happy to be taking it. Of course, Wilton Creek is a lovely map. We all love a bit of Wilton Creek here, and hopefully we do see some disguises to take us around the map, like the nurse. I haven't seen the nurse in ages. Likewise, the mailman. Just things to really stretch out the map, and I say we typically see that one channel of the map used, which is Nolan Cassidy's house through the party, which is the Wilson's property, into Janus's house, and that's really the only bit of course Janus's garden as well, Batty's garden even as well. And it will be interesting to see the map stretched out a little bit, as it's mainly just that, of course, that one channel that goes through the map that we see so often. Observer says Papia wants to know Pistol Batty. Yeah, well, that'd be fitting for him, wouldn't it, after what we saw last time from Papia and Wilton Creek. But was able to come. Oh, he didn't even come. Did he come back? I can't remember. It was against Creedy as well, wasn't it? Oh yeah, because we saw the bad bathroom in the Wilson. Yeah, that was great. I enjoyed that Wilton Creek. But yeah, I'm sure Papia will just be hoping to get it done cleanly in first try this time, and I think they will know that they just have to win this map to secure that top spot for them here. So yeah, really nice. It's going to be a really enjoyable map here. Of course, we have a different array of strategies, which will be interesting to see what is used. And Papia, yeah, still going the main strat. I love it. It is a strat that Papia likes to use. He does use often as well, and he does put it to great effect, really. The moment setting up for the Exterminator strat, the Bugman strat. Again, a really nice, effective strat on Wilton here, but yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what the spin is and how all four players approach it now. The spin will be coming through, and it will be Janus drowning as the gardener, a fallen object, Spencer the Hammer Green for Cassidy. So not that bad. I assume a gardener style probably makes sense in a quick Janus kill, maybe. Of course, we will have to see the real estate brooker get grabbed. So that will be the only option for the fallen object for Cassidy. So yeah, we'll need just a few tranks around and all that. So in terms of spin, a bit low heavy you could say, but not that bad. And that is very legal. That is a very legal spin. As Pappy will be the first to load in here. Opting to start Garner, definitely a sensible decision here. So yeah, Pappy just opted to go on a start, likewise with Crudy and Mando and Moo. And we'll just get that quick secret off onto James and get the drown kill. Of course, he will come upstairs and Gunf will follow him. So yeah, not that bad of a kill at all. And the only kill ain't that bad either, to be honest. It's just a bit long. Just having to get the Brooker, then get Cassidy in all the way across. It is just a bit of a long spin, really, as Pappy now will come through into Genesis' bathroom, or try to. No, we'll go round. Will he turn the gramophone or what here? We'll get a bit of whoosh on the bodyguard and is able just to sneak his way around here. Of course, we'll have to be aware of the camera, but does get a knock off. And we'll have to wait for Janice to go downstairs, I reckon, before getting a seeker off here. Because he will go upstairs, I'm pretty sure. If there's a toilet up, I don't actually know. Is there a toilet up there or not? I should probably know, but he will drag this bodyguard into the side room here. I'm sure we'll probably do the same even with the other one here, and yeah, he will just drag him round the corner here as the body is found as he goes to go around an inconvenient way, you could argue, but Moo now will get the seeker off. Will drag the bodyguard to a similar room, but will box him, so no potential chances of being ripped there, as James will inconveniently come round. Of course, we'll be able to get the kill off soon. It just depends with Gunther. He can be a bit of a pain, as Janus does almost block moves. He will get a whoosh from the bodyguard up there, and really unfortunate timing for Moo there, but we'll get the knock off onto him, and probably will get one off onto Gunther as well in the meantime, but he will get the kill off onto Janus now. I would hammer on instinct at the moment to see where Gunther is. Judging by the map, he's still not moving, so we'll be able to get the knock off onto Gunther as well soon, just for a bit of safety here, as Moo does get that first kill down, likewise with Crudy. But Crudy's not opt to go for the disguise and the clue even in the basement, which does make sense, to be honest. You will be getting the Spencer clue from Spencer, as he is a disguise that's needed, of course. And yeah, not that bad of a spin, really. As Pappy will distract the one guard into the bathroom here and one guard into the gramophone room. Pappy just can't get out the door quick enough, and it will be a restart again coming through from Pappy. Moo will grab the clue in the basement, of course, which is the same one as the letter from Spencer, but it's just habit, of course. We see this room, of course, with the camera box as well. It's just a good place to come down, really, and you will head over to the real estate broker disguise next as next task on the agenda here. Moo, really far ahead, really. Only one with the Janus kill down, as you do see a restart coming through from Crudy here. Pappy will get a seeker off onto Janus again. A bit more whoosh on this bodyguard here, but fortunately for him, not enough to be ripped or peeked through again, but can make nice for a really good distraction here, as he will be able just to knock out this guard. Here, you would assume he'd knock him out and box him. Yeah, we'll get the knock off here. No, you won't. He'll get this. That is so unfortunate for Pappy there. The game ain't going his way, really, as now the guard will investigate the whoosh, but we'll be able to get a knock off this time onto him here. And yeah, really good from Pappy. Here we have to just sneak around into the bathroom now and get that first kill off onto James, and we'll be able to equal move with a kill down, like was Mando. He does have the real estate Brooker now, and we'll be approaching Cassidy here, so real good from Moosey. Will be able to have this Cassidy kill set up very soon. Of course, you can do this remotely if you wanted to. Of course, the room will be the house is just soundproof. If you knock out the plumber as well, which could be something you forget about if you decide to do it with a loud pistol. But you know, it will be an accident kill. You have to be careful with his bodyguard for sure here. So yeah, Papio also has the one kill down. Just trying to get his way out of the mansion now. Zamu will get the knockoff onto the plumber. So real good start from him in the form of setting up this Cassidy kills. Cassidy now will approach the house. Of course, he does sprint and leave his bodyguard behind. So we'll have to wait a little bit of time as well for him to approach. Thankfully, he wasn't too far away. He triggered a dialogue, so I won't be waiting that long. Here's Pappy now will be in Genesis' basement and to come through. And yeah, Mando here with the Brooker sick, not something we see often. We'll be coming to this the shed here. We're able to get a knockoff and just dump him into the shed. Particularly see this with a with the police deputy here, but nevertheless does manage to get the real estate Brooker disguise. And you know, it's definitely a safe way of getting him, you could argue. And do you know what? With where the position Crudy is, Mando will know about that, and we'll be able to just take it slowly here as Moo now. With Cassidy knocked out, we'll be able to go and grab the we'll be able to go and grab Spencer the Hammer Green now, and could be a bit of a harder disguise to grab him. We'll wait for him to come back downstairs before turning on the generator, it would seem, which is typically what we see for Spencer. Um, and just a really sensible way to get him is a safe way, of course, and he will loop his way back into the room. No, he will stand outside the kitchen in the meantime, and he will have to wait a little bit longer here for Spencer to come round. Could try and speed this up, perhaps, but no, we'll just be patient here as he does distract the Nolan bodyguard here first. Maybe just so he can knock out Spencer in this room. Of course, the only other people that will cycle into this room will be Spencer himself, and maybe the guard outside could be a bit dangerous. Lots and lots of whoosh from Moo there, but is fine nevertheless. As the guard now will perfectly time and will come into the house here, and yeah, we'll swap into the bodyguard disguise here fittingly to try and knock out this guard as well, but this will be a bit troublesome for Moo now as he has caught the attention of some other guards, and yeah, going to be a bit tricky, of course. He could have nabbed the disguise there, but we'll take the other clue. But unfortunately for him, already has it, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. It does have a method gas grenade, which we could see taking use of here. And if I was me, I'd hide this body just for a bit of safety, you could argue, but we'll probably see a gas grenade be used, be my one guess here is Moo now. Amanda even will get the knockoff onto Cassidy as well. Cree, likewise, with the real estate broker, will also start the lure. The first point away, so we'll take a long time, of course. Cassidy's guy is now distracted as well, so we'll add even more time here for Cree, but nevertheless, we'll be able to get it off here, and yeah, Moo with a throw distraction now onto Spencer will have that disguise and what he needs for that Cassidy kill all set up, and it seems the clue would be the sensible option next, getting the clues, and then of course the crowbar exit so nearby as Papier will get a knockoff onto Cassidy's bodyguard, and now Cassidy won't opt to knock out the plumber first, but we'll be able to knock him out now, and yeah, Papier as well. Now we'll just have to get that final disguise and the rest of the clues, which you have seen me make real good progress on now. Does have the lawsuits, and will have to have the cigar box coming through here, accrue with another rip, given Stuff is a really, really big lead here, and you know, really can take that time. Likewise, Mando can take a lot of time for himself here as well, just to truly do things safely, and yeah, move all three clues now. Will be heading towards, what property is this one? I can't remember what this one's called. That's a shame. But we'll go for it now, and yeah, so it'll be the no kill done very soon. Of course, the loud pistol won't matter if he shuts this door. Then we'll do it with a hackle. Yeah, we'll be fine to do soundproof here. We'll just make sure Cassidy's underneath the chandelier, just by a little bit of a drag there, but we'll get the final fallen object kill off onto Nona Cassidy now. The exit right in front of him in the form of the sewage systems, and we'll open it up. But it doesn't have a crowbar. Of course, there is one in the construction site, but he will realise what situation Pappy is in here, who has now got all the clues, which have to try and get the Spencer disguise. Does have the tranquilizers for it, so we'll just take the safer option, safer route to the bridge exit here, as Papier will get the trank off onto Spencer, and we'll knock out Cassidy's bodyguard here. We'll have to drag him around the corner, but we'll be fine now. Just leave him there and rush to that final Nolan kill. So yeah, Moo will be the first to finish, and you would think Papier will be following shortly in pursuit here, and is looking to be at the moment a GG's for Stuffers Turn Builders. But of course, this game is a weird game, and things go long. And yeah, it's point in it. Sparkles doesn't go for the paddle. Wow, how could he? But all that matters for me, I'm sure all that matters is that, you know, he will be the first to finish here, and yeah, Papier will be approaching this. No kill has allowed SMG to shoot the chandelier with, and we'll just have to make sure he shuts the door so it isn't heard. But even then, there's no guards around really, so we'll be able to run to the exit in no time whatsoever. Does get the kill off, has green guns now. We'll just have to find exit. Does he have the crowbar? It seems like he doesn't. Is he going for the paddle exit? Yes. We like some Papier, but doesn't have a. Oh, has a Schmidt key to open up. so he is able to grab the paddle now, and we'll go to the nice exit here. So Sparkles, you got your wish from the thing. We can slander move this, but we can praise Papia for it. As Mando as well does have that Cassidy kill now, but with Cree so far behind, Substance Builders will be taking this Walton Creek and the Series 6-2, which is what they would have wanted, and they will top the group here as Papia will exit and take the win for Middleton Creek here. And yeah, really good performance from both players here. From Chongqing onwards, we saw Mu Chongqing flawless as ever, and then his Dartmoor as well. And Middleton Creek was so impressive. Papia has some issues with the tokens on Dartmoor, but was able to correct that. Was able to exit and carried that on into Wilton Creek. And yeah, I mean, crudely, nothing. There's nothing wrong with Init performance. They were just had really good opponents today, and not much more they could have done. We just see Cruddy with a really good performance on Mendoza to start things off, but yeah, that Dartmoor Mendoza in this build to Crew, which is really unfortunate for the pair here, as Substance Builders were the ones taking the win, and I'm pretty sure this will be them topping the group here. As we will take a look at the brackets now. I hope they've been updated. We'll give them a refresh. Hopefully, Fun's done it already. And yeah, there we go. Stuffers Turn Builders equal on points with the Formula, but will be taking that top spot due to the first tiebreaker, which is the head-to-head record. So yeah, that will be Stuffers Turn Builders taking the first seed from Group C, and then Formula taking the second seed from Group C. And Init, unfortunately, will be disqualified, but you know they should put on a good performance throughout. And we'll just take a look at all the brackets so we can see the teams that have progressed into the final round here. Group C, of course, isn't refreshed. Let me refresh the page. That makes sense if I refreshed it. There we go. As we can see, the seed ones from all the groups will be the Improv Variety, the Geometry Dash Refugees, Stuffers Turn Builders, and CX Punk Mark III. And then the seed twos, who could be any of their opponents, will be the two-time RR champions, the Gamidifier 2.0, Formulats, and Boreal Forest. So we'll be set up for a very good group stage draw later on at 22 CST. Tonight at Maker's channel, and we will take a look at the upcoming matches. Even though there is absolutely none left, that is the last game of the group stages, and it does conclude a very successful and entertaining group stage of the Providence Cup. We have seen consistent action, highlights, funny moments, all of it we have seen so far in the group stage, and hopefully that progresses into the knockout stage. Of course, it is just a single bracket. There's no lower bracket, so if you lose, you lose. It's just a straight out final and third place playoff. So it's definitely going to be interesting now, and it's going to be very high intensity matches. Of course, the format will change. If I remember correctly, it is a first to five, I think, with 2 spins. So it'll be a 2v2 on every map. But there'll be two spins, and the one player from each team will have to complete one spin even. They get to choose what spin they do. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be the team aspect of it will come through even more knockout stages. And yeah, thank you for fun again for admin in this. I will go back to the item and find someone to raid. I'll see everyone soon. Bye bye.